Guess what day it is? Happy Valentine's to you all, and I wish you the happiest day, whether you are having a romantic Valentine, a gal Valentine, or a Valentine to just love yourself. Have a great day. Now, it's the middle of the afternoon on Tuesday. I've been very busy this week, and today is our daughter Margie's birthday. She was almost our Valentine baby, but she was the fourth child born in 5 years back in New Jersey. And all the other kids were like 11 pounds or 10 pounds or almost 10. And so the doctor said, you know what? I think we're going to induce Margie. So that was my first and only induction. And 3 weeks before her due date, mind you, he induced Margie. And I said, well, do her on Valentine's Day. Moosey and I would just love a Valentine baby. And of course, you didn't know the sex in those days of the babies. And he said, no, I can't make it on Valentine's Day. So we settled for the 13th. And that's what we got, Margie's birthday. So today, I went down there. Margie, I think as I told you, is a school nurse. And I decided she has been so wonderful sending food down and everything. What could I do? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Margie. Happy birthday to you. Mwah. I came to Margie's school and gave her some plants for her garden.
Got a little dill. Good
I love
stuff.
you.
I love you too, Mom.
Bye. Well, Margie is what she self-described herself as a trad wife. This is a new term, unbeknownst to me, but I'm learning all these newfangled things. A trad wife, trad is short for traditional, and it's something, I don't know who named it, but if a woman or a man has their own chickens and raises their own chickens, if they make their own bread and if they make their own pasta, you qualify as a trad wife or husband, if the case may be. Now, Margie still does not make her own pasta yet, but she does grow as much as she can. So I decided, she said, I'm not going to grow any more pretty ornamental things, although she does have a great succulent garden going. So I thought, well, what could I bring down to Margie? She was working today. And of course, today is Mardi Gras. So when I went down, she has an assortment of different colored nurses' suits, you know, those pants and tops that match. And she was in a purple one with the green and yellow colors of Mardi Gras. Margie is like her mom. She loves to dress up for any occasion whatsoever. So I am in my red lippy, my Valentine earrings. Remember I told you these match that heart necklace that the children gave me 30, 40 years ago? Well, today I'm just wearing the earrings. And as a matter of fact, I wanted a red blouse to wear. Couldn't find one, so I have my red silk nightshirt on under this, but it's tucked into the pants. And my pretty heart sweater that I bought last year. So I went down dressed as a Valentine, and here Margie is dressed as Mardi Gras. So I decided, well, I know that Margie has started a kitchen garden of different kinds of herbs. And as you know, she's a fabulous cook and has since before Thanksgiving, when I hurt my knee, she has been sending food down constantly, delicious homemade food, soups and stews and everything, breads and homemade breads. And so I thought, what can I give her? So I went around my own garden and I started taking clippings of my oregano and my thyme, my rosemary. I had a really nice pot of chives that I gave her that already is full grown. And I had some Irish shamrocks and what else? Oh, part of an eggplant. And I planted them in some nice clay bowls for her. So I put them in the back of my car. I had about 6 or 7 of these plants. And I do have a hormone growth for cuttings. Now, I know that succulents can grow right from a cutting, but I'm not sure about these herbs. And so I thought, well, if they don't grow, I'll just buy her some new ones. So I went down to the school, and on the way, I stopped at Dell, and I got 2 iced coffees and 2 of those crispy shrimp tacos. Well, 2 each. You get 2 for $6. So I bought 2 orders, and I thought, well, it's almost lunchtime. It was about 11:45, and I'll go down, and hopefully Margie can take a few minutes and have lunch with me. So, by the way, the shrimp tacos will last during Lent and until they sell out, I guess, after Lent. And I love those and probably bring those home 2 or 3 times a week during Lent. So I went down, and as I was going in, Margie's son, Riley, and his fiancée, Liz, were just coming out. They stopped in. Riley had the day off today. He works for the LA Fire Department as well. And so I chatted with them for a few minutes, and he helped me get in with my coffees and my lunch and talked for a little while with us there. And then they left, and Margie and I had a great time in the lunchroom, the teacher's lunchroom. And she introduced me to a lot of the teachers. Some of them I remember from when I was teaching there. I taught at that school back in the 70s for a couple of years, and then did a lot of subbing there into my 80s, believe it or not. I'm probably the oldest sub in the state of California. Who knows? So we had a great lunch. I had so much fun with Margie, and I left, and I was on my way to Walmart. I had to pick up a few more things. Now, I do not do the nice long jaunts all day long. I have to admit that I walk slower and possibly have a little bit of a limp, but I'm getting over that. And my energy does not last all day long like it used to. I'm trying to build up to that, but I have to tell you, I'm not there yet, but I'm working toward it. So on the way, I realized I had forgotten to take a picture. I wanted to take a picture of Margie and I. So while I was down at the flower shop in Lowe's, right next to Walmart, I saw this great big giant rosemary, and I was afraid that the clipping that I took of rosemary wouldn't take. So I bought that for her, and a few onion bulbs and some lettuce. So I called her and I said, I didn't take a picture. And she said, come on back. So I did go back again. We took a picture and a little short video, and I wanted to show it to Moosey. So that's that. We had a great day. But I also made an appointment, believe it or not, to get these eyeglasses to get my exam. And I've made up my mind that I'm going to get glasses no matter what. Meantime, Moosey has lost a pair of glasses and broke another pair. So I left a pair to be fixed. I arrived home, and he said, how'd the day go? I said, oh, we had a great time. He said, well, I have a problem. I said, what? I lost a hearing aid. So I have spent the last hour and a half looking for a hearing aid. Couldn't find it anywhere in here. I went outside. St. Francis is still lying on his side out there. I haven't cemented him on the bird bath yet. I saw St. Francis, and I said, St. Francis, please help me find this hearing aid somewhere. I'm telling you, guess what? I happened to look down where I had looked 3 times before, outside, right next to his chair. There it was. So, say what you want, but I'm telling you, St. Francis never fails me. Now, you might say, ooh, Nanny, that red lipstick is red. Well, it's not my normal Rimmel Hollywood red. I went out of the house without lipstick on. I reached in my purse, and I realized I had left it home. So when I stopped at CVS to pick up some pills, I looked to find a cheap lipstick because I had to put lipstick on. And I found a Maybelline, $6.99. And this one is called, oh boy, I knew I should read it. Red Revival. Now it's a little different, a little darker. I still like my Hollywood red, but I had to put red on. And as you notice, my little tiny heart, see it? Now this is one of our family traditions. From the time all the kids were little, I would put a little tiny heart on their cheek on Valentine's Day. Little girls, and even if they were tiny little guy toddlers, if they wanted one, they got one. And all the kids have followed that tradition as the children grow up. I think last year I might have shown you some of the grandkids and great-grandkids with little cheeks on their hearts. Now, very few times did a teacher, they wore them to school if Valentine's Day landed during the week, and only one or two teachers asked them to take it off. Of course, they couldn't because by the way, it never hurt their skin, but you have to use a little bit of removal. Maybe at the end of the day it wears off, but that's just one of our little traditions. Now, to just go back 2 days, I hope you all had a fun day on Super Bowl day. I think I might have told you we were going down to Matthew's. Hi there. Well, it's Super Bowl Sunday. It's about 1 o'clock, and Moosey and I are getting ready to head over to Matthew's. Everybody is excited because they have a pool going. Matthew has contacted my brothers back east, my brother's kids, their grandkids, cousins. We have all the kids, a lot of grandkids, even some of the little kids are in it. It's that thing with the squares, and everybody picks how many squares they want, and oh, it's going to be fun. It sort of involves everybody in the game. Even the little kids will be watching to see if Daddy's going to win some money in the pool. Billy in Idaho's involved, and Mikey and his kids in San Diego. So I have dressed appropriately for 3 holidays. Super Bowl Sunday, and have my red on because I think one of the teams is red and the other team is sort of half red or a darker red. I'm also dressed for Valentine's Day, which is another holiday. And there was something else that I can't remember. But I have to tell you something funny. I have been putting some makeup on, and the sun is shining in this window. It is a beautiful day. And I tell you, when I take this mirror, this magnification mirror, to put on my makeup or to look in there, I see every single minute of my 87 years in there, even without my glasses on. And I thought to myself, I wonder if that's the way other people see you. Now, you know, when you're on camera, for some reason or other, I think you look better than in person, but it's funny. I saw some more gray hairs up here, so I had to get my little plucker and pluck those. And on my chin here, I thought it was one of my hairs, and I was trying to pull it, and it was stuck on my neck. And it was, I swear, 1.5 inches long. Now, if I had gone down there and Matt had seen that, and these kids have better eyes than we do, you see. And if he had seen that, he would have pulled that little sucker right out of my chin. Well, it wasn't on my chin, it was on my neck. So, anyway, it's just a little aside that the sun makes a big difference, and a magnifying glass does too. So I have found one of my hats. I think I bought this up in Idaho. Isn't it cute with all the stars on it? And I've got my red ribbon in the back. So I'm all set for this football team. By the way, one of you, my lady friends, had asked me if this mirror, this big 22-inch LED mirror, these light up. There's 3 different, not shades of light, but you know what I mean. And someone asked me if it was magnified. No, it is not. It's too big to be magnified, and I preferred to use it just as a general thing to be able to do my hair and everything. And I also wanted to be able to do it when I'm looking in the mirror. You would see my face, but you'd also see the back of my hair. Well, I don't have it set up right for that. And right now, I don't think I have the lights connected. So I do use one of these magnification ones, and I'm sure I should. And today, by the way, I followed some of your suggestions about my mascara by putting powder on my eyes. And I realized that when I'm just looking straight and my brow is relaxed, my hooded eye comes down. And when I look up, my eyelashes hit the hoods. So what are you going to do when you're a woman of a certain age? Forget about it, right? So we're going to have fun. Enjoy the day, everybody. And Moose and Matt had set up this a square thing where everybody buys a square or 2 squares or 3 or 5 or 10, whatever they want. Each square is $10, and you fill up all these squares, and believe it or not, it comes to, was it $1,000, Moose? Yes. And we had more fun because we opened this up, or they did, to my brothers back east and the cousins, and Vinny and his 2 sons, Michael and Danny, and Tommy and their kids, and all of our family, grandkids, great-grandkids, and most people bought maybe 4 or 10. I think Billy bought 10. He won one of the last pools that the family set up. And it made the game so much more interesting because we all had these printed out sheets, and I'm not going to tell you how it worked, but according to the number that you had on your one, your name's going this way or this way. I'm not going to tell you how it works, but prizes were awarded for the first quarter, what the score was, and what the numbers that you had, if they added up, was awarded at halftime. So the first quarter, the winner got $150. The second quarter, the winner got $200. Right, Moose? That was the halftime. And then the third quarter was $150 again. And the winner of the game, the final score, the winner got $500. And that was just everybody. Well, everybody filled it up. We didn't have any empty squares. And it was as much fun watching one of Mikey's little girls almost won in 20 seconds later, when the halftime almost ended, somebody made a score. And it was exciting because everybody thinks they have it, and then there's a score and the score changes or what. But I think we had more fun looking to see who was going to win. Well, in the end, believe it or not, my brother Vinny's 2 sons walked away with the most money. His son Danny won the final score, which was $500, and his son Michael won the first quarter, which was $150. The second quarter and the half, guess who won? Colleen. She won twice. So it was kind of fun. It was just a fun thing within the family, and we had fun, and they want to do something again. So that's my Super Bowl story. Cindy and Matt had a nice spread for us. We had given them a charcuterie board for Christmas, and I have 1 or 2 pictures. They still had their Christmas tree up, and I'm going to tell you why. Remember I told you that Matthew and Cindy and their 3 kids all had COVID, a very bad case of it, all during the holidays. They got it before Christmas, and it lasted afterward. So their Christmas was a bummer. So they decided to leave their tree up, and it looked a little sad, but it was in the corner with Christmas decorations. And you might ask, why was a tree up in February? And that's why. Because they wanted to have a Christmas thing. As a matter of fact, we brought Christmas presents down to them because we didn't see them on Christmas. So I'm kind of gabbing away here fast because this is a little short one. I don't have a lot. Well, I always seem to have a lot to talk about, but that's about it. I do want to show you something that Margie sent me home with. Look at these strawberries. Are these wonderful or what? They're chocolate-covered strawberries, And Riley brought them to his mother when he went down, and she gave me the rest of them. I guess Margie or her friends or someone has eaten them, and she gave me the rest of them for Moosey and I. So Moosey is going to love these. So I think that's all the news I have. Nothing really has been happening other than everyone is still sawing down the palm fronds on the trees. It's been going nonstop since last week, and I think Micah and Colleen started a trim the palm trees within the whole hillside going all down. I think they saw all ours trimmed and everybody else jumped on the bandwagon, and the view is beautiful with nice, fresh, trimmed palm trees and the snow behind the palm trees up in the hills. It is beautiful, isn't it? I showed you that in the last one. So enjoy your Valentine's Day. Be good to yourself if there's no one else around. Have chocolate-covered strawberries or make yourself a treat. Thank you so much for all your support. Moosey and I appreciate it so much. And I will see you probably in a couple of days. Oh, I'm seeing Shamu out on the wall. She loves climbing around out there in the daytime, but is very happy to come in at night. I do have some ideas about some things that have come up recently, and I've been wondering if I shouldn't address the aging, thinning hair again. So many of you keep talking about that, and I have a few ideas about basically what I have found that helps my hair have the illusion of thicker hair. It's not thick, but sometimes it looks it. And most of the time it will depend on one particular product that I really use, and also if I'm setting it in curlers, the size of the curlers and what that does. So maybe we'll talk about that in the next video. Goodbye for now. I love you, and God bless us all. Happy Valentine's Day to all of you. I truly love you. Thank you.